Nah, you're good. Yeah. So I mean, we have our kind of consensus that Primo is your guys' MIP. For me, I already said that just because of the leap that Devin's taken, that he's my MIP.
Still, the
Um,
consensus is Primo.
because I think, I mean, like, it's not, you're not wrong to say that the opportunity that Josh has, or that Primo has on that bench is going to be crazy. And I'm gonna
It-
skip over Rookie of the Year to go to Six Man of the Year. Right, I'm gonna go to Six Man of the Year because for me it is Primo. Primo
mhm.
is our Six Man of the Year. Primo is going to have that opportunity. I'm not gonna hash out what y'all were just saying, because everything that y'all were just saying for Most Improved is what I feel for Six Man of the Year. Moreover, I'm gonna go to my honorable mention of Josh Richardson for however long he's on the team,
He won't be there that long.
because yeah, like I don't think he'll be here for the whole season or whatever. He probably won't even be here till trade deadline. But Josh Richardson plays his role to a T, and I think it makes everybody else's job easier when you have such a reliable 3-point shooter and defensive player coming off the bench like that. Where
Six man of the month.
Six man of the month, Josh Richardson, exactly. So I just want to shout out Josh Richardson, because I mean, our vets are, we do have young guys, and we're going to be focusing on the young guys for the most part. For 99% of the time, we're going to be looking at all the young guys on the team. But there isn't anything wrong with shouting out our veterans in Josh Richardson. If Doug is out there, shooting threes like crazy, at a good efficient rate, and Yak's always been the freaking greatest defensive player ever. So, like we
Slow down.
I just want to shout out Josh Richardson, because I think that depending on however long he is here, he's going to be able to help alleviate the second unit, and be a solid contributor for us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Six man of the year. I don't need to add much more. I would just say Primo for all the reasons we said. And then last thing I'll say on him is he looked mighty DeMar DeRozan like in that last game, like the way he was holding his ball and ripping it right
Whoa.
into his chill. Rip it, ripping right into the finish, and I don't know, just like it looked like you could see a lot of that footwork and
Re-
handwork and stuff like that.
remember how like Demar would make plays for everybody. He would move so slow, and
Yeah,
the plays would just develop, and
yeah,
he would make the right pass. That's
and
exactly how I feel Keldon's gonna be. How y'all kept talking about his playmaking ability. I'm like, Keldon does the same thing when he rips through. I mean, if he's not shooting the three ball, which he has a way better three ball than Demar has ever had, like when he has defenders flying at him and he could put the ball down, and then he's also a threat, at the basket. Like I think he's smart enough to make those plays. Like Keldon's gonna have a good year. I'm just
yeah.
glad you said
I
that
hope so.
the Demar.
Well, and how Juan was saying about like not wanting Primo to be a scoring guard, I think that
Mm-hmm.
that's where his point guard opportunities are going to show up is just in his smoothness and getting to his spots creates opportunity to give other people the ball.
Yeah. I'll be quick too with mine because it does tie in with like the whole depth chart stuff. But I'm going to say Trey Jones is our six man of the year because I think Primo's going to start the year off the bench, and I think he'll show enough, like, or maybe like get hot or something like that, where he's like proven like I can go be in the starting lineup and be like a playmaker because I want him to be a point guard. I want him to facilitate. Yeah, like in a perfect world, just let him take every shot. I don't even know if that's the perfect world. Just let him take every shot off the bench. But like in my dream scenario, Primo is making plays for all those other guys while also being like that silky smooth type of like I guess playmaker and scorer. And so then that like I think Trey Jones would be the perfect like six man off the bench and he could fit in with any lineup and facilitate. And honestly, I think I saw him hit like a pull up three off a pick and roll during one of these games. If he can add that to his shot, I Trey Jones will fit in any lineup we roll out there. So like I just I'm banking on the fact that Primo's going to be starting at some
And,
point.
He is.
and you're saying about like eventually it would move down or whatever. Like
Yeah.
Trey Jones, if he was in that starting role, the same way that it felt like Primo was very aggressive in taking those opportunities, Trey doesn't really have a lot of fear, and I
Mm-mm.
and it feels like this year he's going to be willing to take a lot more shots. So like he could fit into that 6-man role and still have tons of opportunity as well. You know what I mean? So
I could see him averaging 10 and 10, like even as like a bench player, like coming off the bench.
Yeah,
10 assists a game.
for sure. For sure.
But-
Josh, your
That's
six
a lot
man.
of dimes. That's a lot of dimes for a bench player.
I think
Jo-
he's a playmaker.
Josh already said that he would withhold his 6-man until he actually sees in writing.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm the same way as Juan. I don't think that Trey Jones is going to start the year. I mean, I think he's going to start, but I don't think
We're gonna ask the question of what your depth chart would look like, and then when we do that, then you can say in that mind frame who your 6-man would be. So we can hear, but like at the end of the show, we can hear you say that.
Yeah.
Well, then we'll get through this rookie of the year, and then we'll go in right into the depth chart, right? So, who do you think your rookie of the year is going to be? Josh, you already.
Yeah, I said Blake. I feel like I mean it's one of two. So
One of two. You don't think Malachi has a chance to?
no, I think that Malachi is kind of the odd man out because we have Devin and we have like as far as I don't know how like his position. I feel like just
Yes.
I'm kind of lowering my expectations on him because his position I think he has a lot of guys ahead of him.
Because
But-
if Josh and Doug are still on the team all the way till
then
February,
he doesn't have much PT. Not because he's not because he. I mean, I think he's going to be good, but I don't think he's going to play over either one of those guys this year.
a lot of Austin time for him and Blake, I think.
For Malachi and Blake, yeah.
Yeah. But so I kind of like agree. Like it's hard not to see like Blake's aggressiveness, like the flash he offers, and it's like he can be so exciting and he's gonna make plays happen, just because of his burst, his willingness to just go full force to the rim, kind of like Keldon without being like big body, just like he's going to the basket and you're gonna foul him. Or, sometimes I don't remember like during the summer league, he got blocked a lot at the rim. He's gonna figure that out, just like getting used to the speed of the game. But it might not be the sexy pick. I'm going to go Jeremy because we haven't had like a rookie start or like be this featured in a long time. And I'm not going to like look at the box score when it comes to his impact, especially like early on. I don't think like Blake or Malachi will be able to offer up bigger stats than Blake would. And Blake's probably, than Jeremy would. And Jeremy's probably going to average 4 points and 4 rebounds a game this year. And like, I just think he's going to show a lot of like defensive potential and flash. And I truly believe like we can mold him into that Draymond Green type of role without like punching your teammates and stuff. I think he can be up there and like be a versatile defender. And I've seen him make the right passes like on offense, like not sticking the ball in his hands too long. Or now I will say every time Blake gets like I keep saying Blake, every time Jeremy gets a pass thrown to him, it's like he has brick hands. They just like fall right out of his hands. And it's just like,
Hey, Yak was like that for a little bit.
well, yeah, I would just get him like I don't know if they have jug machines like the football players do. Just like get him in front of a thing. It's just a basketball just shooting towards him. Just catch like 1,000 passes a day or something. But I'm going with Jeremy because he's gonna be consistent. I think Josh, you said that right. He'll be there. He'll be consistent. But
I don't think he's going to be.
I'll stick with that because I don't think any of them are gonna put up big numbers this year. So I'll go with Jeremy.
Jeremy, watching Jeremy, I'm sorry, like just watching Jeremy, it's like, man. And I this doesn't have anything to do with like losing chip or whatever, but I just cannot. Whenever he shoots the ball, I'm just like, oh, don't do it, man. It just
Sometimes
I know, like
they go
yes,
in.
yeah, but god dang, I don't know. I guess this year shoot away.
At the end of the at the end of the Thunder game, there was a like nice little outlook to Jeremy. It happened to be a 2, but it was
that was pretty clutch too.
It was a clutch shot,
a funky shot. And I'm just like, man, I can't do it.
No, I'll piggyback off of Juan.
Draymond Green, at least it's not that bad.
It's not nearly as ugly as Draymond's shot, but there's so much
shooters around him.
There's so much versatility that I think Jeremy adds to an offense or to a defense especially, but to an offense as well, right? And there's like things where just like you're saying, like we kind of want him to be Draymond Green. Like I would love to see Jeremy turn into Draymond Green for us. Like literally, there was like the one play where Trey Jones had like this, like he like drove in, he had this crazy pass out to Jeremy in the corner, and Jeremy like caught it and like kind of like it felt like a volleyball pass in a sense where he like as soon as he caught it, he like touched it over to Keldon, and Keldon shot a wide open 3. and it
Yeah.
just like happened in such like a quick motion where it was like I wasn't even expecting the first pass from Trey Jones and then the second pass from Jeremy like right away to where it was like, oh, you know what I mean? Like that's the kind of stuff that he adds to this offense where he just has like this knack of like understanding the like a flow of a game, you know what I mean? And so
I agree.
so that's where I would kind of say that he's going to be rookie of the year pretty much because he's going to have like you're going to see that playmaking show up one night. His blocks, like the blocks that we've seen in preseason, have been crazy. You know, so he has that defensive versatility. I think at the moment you're not trying to play him against smaller guards or anything like that. You know, but eventually, you know, he starts to grow. He starts to become more attuned to the game and stuff. And I would love to see him be a guy that can guard 1 through 4 on any night, a 5 in certain possessions. You know,
He could guard 3-4 right now.
he can guard 3-4 right now. He can guard
he can
guard
guard
wings
3-4.
right now. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like he can play in and out in terms of defense, but give him a year, give him 2 years, and eventually I want him to be on that same level of a Bam of like I mean Giannis is crazy, but you know like the guys that can guard pretty much
Well,
1 through 5 on any
that-
night.
yeah, I mean, just like in any situation, if you have to switch, you feel comfortable with him out there.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. So that's how I feel with him in terms of his future, and that's why I think that we're gonna see
wait, so you're
spurts of
basing
that.
your rookie of the year pick on the future?
No. I'm saying that we're gonna see. I guess
See, we're gonna see the seeds of all that this year.
there you go. That's what I. Thank you,
Okay.
Chris.
Yeah.
So that's why he's my rookie of the year pick.
Yeah.
Like Chris,
Yeah.
do you
I
have
agree.
a different rookie of the year?
No, I don't have a different one. I would say for the same reasons that you guys said. I want him to win Rookie of the Year based off of his all-around contributions. I would love for him to have a 4-4-4 kind of year. You know what I mean? Theoretically, I would want it to be a little bit more. But I mean, I watched him get 4 points off of 2 real quick, easy putbacks, a couple of games ago, and so it's like it feels like he's just going to provide those opportunities on the offensive end in terms of scoring second chance points, doing all the stuff that Jake was saying about being kind of like how Jakob is like a pivot man, and he just knows how to keep the ball moving to the other side and then move to a new spot and this and that. I feel like he's going to be able to do a lot of what not that it took Jakob a couple years to develop into that, but just like what we're seeing a lot from him now and what we rely on him. I think Jeremy's going to get to that point kind of quick because he's just going to be out there all the time. So I'm excited to see him. We're gonna need those things as much as we're leaning on Keldon and Devin and Josh to bring the offense, and then shooting from our vets and blah blah for however long. We're gonna need those other guys on the defensive end, on the flow part of the offense, on the glue guys. So as a rookie, if he can be that already, that'd be awesome. For sure.
So those are the picks that we got for our MVP, MIP. We did 6 man of the year and then rookie of the year. I honestly I think we understand that there's a lot to be seen with these guys. That there's going to be a lot of growth happening throughout the season. But I think it's exciting because the way that we all had our picks, there wasn't necessarily like one specific reason as to why Keldon was our MVP. One specific reason as why Josh Primo was the MIP kind of thing, So that's exciting to see for our guys this year because there's going to be a lot for us to grow on and watch that the season.